Welcome to sports. Many pro baseball hopefuls listening for their name as the MLB draft begins. One of them can be found in our own backyard. Louisiana Tech Bulldog Parker Bates came back for the 2021 season in Ruston after some draft talk, and that season did not disappoint.
It's going to be hard, not writing Bates and Wells in that lineup. I've been writing it for so long.
Meeting Burroughs for the first time, I was 170 pounds, and just, I was a completely different player. I didn't hit a lot of home runs in high school. I was just kind of a average hitter, played good defense, and then just transforming into the player I am right now. It's really cool to kind of go back and look through that. We really knew what we wanted it to be, and we would take new guys under our wing and tell them what it's about. And I think that was huge for this year, having senior leadership.
That leadership marked by 4 total Bulldogs earning All-American honors. Bates one of them, leading the conference with a .406 batting average in league play.
And I remember him coming in as a freshman. He's a boy, and his first game ever.
Actually, the second game. Some little thought in the back of my head, him saying if you're scuffling at the plate, don't be afraid to put a bunt down.
We're beating the brakes off somebody.
Thought of us being up 16-1. Didn't really cross my mind at the time.
He bunts for a hit.
Luckily, Burroughs kind of called time and he went and chewed me out in the middle of the at-bat.
I said, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm trying to get on base." He was so green. He didn't know. You don't bunt for a hit when you're up by 20. If
he hadn't, I'm pretty sure I was going to be getting a ball in the ribs next pitch.
The guy behind you is going to get hit in the head.
Just having a coach with that kind of awareness and, going through those things and learning how to play the game is big too.
Just to watch him grow, not only as off the field, but to grow in the game. And look what he's done. He's going to go down as one of the greatest all-time Bulldogs ever.
Bates' 5th year with the Bulldogs, remembered with first-team all-conference, all-tournament team, and NCAA regional all-tournament team honors. He's come a long way.
It was a pretty hard decision all the way up until the draft ended. This is the greatest team I've ever played on by far. Just having a bunch of brothers on this team and a bunch of really good players, and the coaching staff was unbelievable. I called Burroughs at like 9 o'clock at night. I was like, "Hey, I'm coming back. I'm not signing or anything." And he said, "Awesome." And then from there, we just went and rolled with it.
Staying allowed Bates to leave on a somewhat normal note following back-to-back seasons shaken up by a tornado then pandemic. A Diamond Dog record 226 games for Louisiana Tech.
Kind of like one of those things where you go through it, and I guess for us it was more of a thing you want to kind of try to forget. But sometimes we kind of needed that to see where we came from. Whenever we were scuffling, Burroughs would call us up and be like, "Hey, y'all are the same team that grinded through sharing a high school field with a small town high school. Y'all are the same guys that got kicked off of a Little League field by a Little League team. Y'all are the same guys that did all that. Y'all are the same guys that drove 10 miles to the field every day, 20 minutes to the field every day, and grinded it out, and that's kind of, sometimes we needed that to really get us going in a stretch where we were kind of scuffling. But, you kind of, it's one of those things where you don't really like to talk about it because it happened, but, sometimes we did need it. Especially with getting this brand new stadium, it's really hard to get complacent with what you have and kind of lose thankfulness.
Bates' next steps may depend on what happens in the draft, but Ruston holds a special place in his heart.
The community's great. I fell in love with the town and how it revolves around the university. Fell in love with the university.